So as they get warmed up, get another look at the lineups here. Dejan Majstorovic, #1 player in the world. Dusan Bulut, Savage and Marco Zero. Savage, Zero, and Bulut grew up together, so you can kind of see that chemistry that they have on the court. Meanwhile, Boris Jerzin, Jaka Ladnik, Jure Erzin, and Minsud Julevic, the 4-man squad for Team Kranj in the all black. So I hope you guys are ready. I hope you're ready to roll. I hope you got your computers plugged in. If you're watching the live stream on youtube.com, let me go ahead and give you a couple reminders before we get started here today. Hit us up on social media. Yeah, hit us up. Make sure you do it. At FIBA 3x3, use the hashtag 3x3WT. We had some great numbers yesterday from all the fans that watched on YouTube and Facebook and listened to me and my crazy calls throughout the day. A lot of folks back in Serbia with all eyes on Dusan Bulut and company, who are coming off a gold medal in the World Championships in Guangzhou, China just a couple of weeks ago. They took silver at the European Championships earlier this summer as well. And their resume just goes on and on and on and on. Of course, they won 3 Masters this year, first in Utsunomiya, then Debrecen, then Beijing. They are as good as advertised, probably even better. And I was talking to a friend of mine on the way to the game today, and they said, well, you know, what makes Novi Sad so tough? They are the most precise team in 3x3, and that is hands down. Every player on this team knows their role, they know their position, they know where to be on the court. They run that backdoor play better than anybody. They don't run a lot of pick and rolls. They do a lot of handing off on the perimeter, and they just win. They're not the most athletic. They're not going to jump over the top of you and dunk on you. They aren't the strongest. They aren't the biggest, as you can see. They know how to play the game, and there's a reason they're the 2-time defending champs. And we'll see how they hold up against an aggressive Kranj team who's got this thing on and popping here in Abu Dhabi. Minsud's shot defended well from Dusan. But a foul is called on Kranj on the rebound attempt. Maestro quickly over to Mr. Bulletproof, right back out to the Maestro, and it's 2 balls off target. Kranj on the attack now. And the Iron Man called for the offensive foul. Yep, you can see him extend that arm, and they're gonna call that every time. Oh, Mr. Bulletproof! He almost finished it off, but he had Minsud Julevic on skates. That had potential to be filthy. Maestro couldn't keep his hand on that one, so a missed opportunity. But the drive and the score off the glass, he said, I ain't gonna mess that one up. So Novi Sad, the first to draw blood here in our first quarterfinal on the final day of play at the World Tour final here in Abu Dhabi. Another look, and he's cruising like he's in an old Cadillac to the crib. The pull-up from distance, bang, bang. Erzin getting the stroke going early here. Julevic with the step. Savage misses off the front of the rim. Savage defended well by Julevic. And Iron Man fouled on the layup attempt there. 1 free throw will follow. Kranj with a chance to make it a 3-1 game. So Kranj has not had a lot of success against Novi Sad in the past. Again, they lost to them in the final of the World Tour final last year. 2014, they lost to them in the semifinals of the World Tour final. That was in Tokyo. And 2013, lost to them in the semifinals of the World Tour final in Istanbul. So they're sick of losing to Novi Sad Al Wahda. But being sick of losing and finding a way to win is two different things. So we'll see what happens. The Maestros just a little bit long on that 2-ball. So Julevic thought about stroking the 2. Instead, he feeds it down to Iron Man, and Iron Man is fouled by the Maestro. Maestro slow to get up. How can you blame him? That's a big boy. So another look. Oh, yeah. Yep. So every once in a while, you'll see a rugby play, and that was one of them. Bulut with some strong defense. Was able to force a poor shot. So it's still a 2-1 game. Just over 2 minutes have passed in this one. First quarterfinal of the day. Novi Sad Al Wahda looking to three-peat, trying to get their Bulls squad on. Maybe the early 2000 Lakers. They did it too, didn't they? Yeah. 3-1. Mr. Bulletproof spins. He's going right. Nowhere to go. Fade away off one leg, and he misses wide right of the rim. So Kranj will try to answer, and that wasn't a very good answer. 2-pointer airballed, and a wasted possession. Sub-Zero to the Maestro, to Savage. Oh, a near and one. Just saw a rattle out, so he'll get one free throw. 3 fouls committed for both teams. As Kranj looks for revenge, and Novi Sad eyes the three-peat. And Savage with a rare miss at the stripe. So Novi Sad only with one score here through the first 3 minutes of play. First team to 21 wins it. Or the team with the most points after 10 minutes expires. Julevic couldn't get it to go. He runs out to defend Savage, and Savage, he's got, not only is he the best passer in 3x3, he's got great footwork, and he's an excellent finisher as well. Speaking of finishers, the Iron Man puts that one up and in. And then Savage continues to beast as he gets to the cup and lays it in. So Novi Sad with a couple of good possessions here. The previous 2, and a foul is drawn as Boris Yerzin will have a free throw attempt when we come back from our first timeout of the game. Novi Sad trailing by 1. And you knew that this was going to be a championship caliber quarterfinal. I said this at the top of the show, and I mean it sincerely. It's a shame that one of these two teams won't be moving on, because these are two teams that are worthy of winning it here this year in Abu Dhabi. Want to send a shout out to our sponsors as well. Well, I got a chance here. Our founding partner, Nike. Our global partner, Wilson, as well. They make all this possible. They make this 3x3 happen. And we appreciate him for it. As Yersin's free throw is money in the bank. Maestro finds himself on the ground again. And Dusan says, don't worry, I got you. I got you. Lays it in. 4-5 game. Mr. Bulletproof, the #1 3x3 player in the world. Looks like he's setting up that crossover. He loses his dribble, though. He wanted a foul. Yersin, oh, that was sweet. Lays it in off the glass, and it's a 2-point advantage for Kranj. Zero to the Maestro. Maestro kicks it to Dusan. Bulletproof fires. Bang, bang. Top of the key. 6 apiece now. As number 6 fouls number 6. Another foul on Novi Sad, and they're 5th in the game. Their only weakness, I say, is the tendency to get some ticky-tack fouls here and there. As we saw the stroke from Mr. Bulletproof. But Mr. Bulletproof gets it back over to Savage, the up fake, and now Iron Man gets called. And I really feel like Novi Sad thinks that's a matchup they can take advantage of with Savage's quickness and also his ability to score if he gets to the rim. We'll see. Well, we won't see that matchup as of now because now Minsu Julevic is guarding Savage. Bullet. Oh, it don't get easier than that, does it? Straight to the cup for the lay-in, and Novi Sad with a 1-point lead. Kyle Montgomery in your ear. Have no fear. All the way from Abu Dhabi. We hope that you guys have been enjoying the tournament so far. Pool play yesterday. Again, we have 4 undefeateds. One of them, Novi Sad Al Wahda. Kranj split both of their games. Lost to Caguas to start the day and ended up finishing the day with a big win and a must-win situation over a tough Saskatoon squad. Julevic, his pass is off the mark. Sub-Zero couldn't make him pay for it, though, because he's off the mark. Beautiful feed. The Iron Man down low as Yakaladnik lays it up and in. Savage. Splash ball from beyond the arc. Another look. Man, that's just the worst. When you defend somebody so well, hand in their face, and they still drop you off. 9-7, Novi Sad. Yersin, no, had 11 points yesterday. Couldn't get that one to go, though. Mr. Bulletproof, what's he got? Step back, missed. Ladnik, difficult shot attempt, and he couldn't get that one. Didn't really have a chance to begin with. Savage, and he sees that one go long. Ladnik, just off the front of the rim. There's Dusan, double-digit score yesterday, and he hits the double there. So he had 10 through pool play. He and Savage both with 10. And to speak to that well-balanced squad that they have, Maestro had 9 from pool play, and Sub-Zero with 4. He contributes mainly on the defensive end. But it's a 4-point lead for Novi Sad Al Wahda with 3:24 on the clock in our first quarter final. Look back at some of the highlights in this one. There's Yersin making his way to the crib. Mr. Bulletproof on target with the long-range shot. Did the scoop lay-in. And Novi Sad responded after falling down by a few points to start the game as they, the two-time champs, this is what they do. They know how to seize the moment. But eventually, The bullied would like to get a little payback on the bully. And Novi Sad has been the bully so far between these two in previous matchups. The Maestro. That J is sweeter than Southern tea. My goodness. Julevic. No. The tiptoe to the Iron Man. Here's a battle. He gives Dusan the business down there. And it's 11-8. 3 minutes on the clock. Dusan, quick cross. Step back, Jamie, please. Oh, rattles out. Just saw it go in and out. Iron Man going to work. Out to Julevic. Minsu. Woo. That's a one-pointer. Foot was on the line. Set up. Maestro, he steps behind the line and can't hit it. Dusan is fouled. (13-9), 2:28. Timeout on the floor. There's Novi Sad. He's picked up 6 fouls and 5 fouls been committed by Kranj. Novi Sad in immediate danger of putting Kranj in the bonus situation. Kranj not too far behind, so something to keep an eye on here. In the last 2.5 minutes, I've seen free throw shooting change the outcome of games. So a 4-point lead can disappear very quickly if you aren't careful. Got to play smart on both ends. Some of the fans here in the capital of UAE kicking it with us here for the World Tour final. Playing in a tennis complex. Big name tennis players have been in this on this court. Obviously, different look. Now we got the best 3x3 players in the world hooping it up. Savage can't connect on the 2-ball. Now he's got a D up. Minsu. Oh, a couple of spin moves. Gets his own rebound. Savage, though, doesn't give up. The rejection. Maestro to Bulletproof to Savage. Back to Maestro. Yammers from long range. 15-9. And Iron Man with a quick response. And Yersin with the foul. So 6 fouls apiece now for both squads. Next defensive foul for either will mean a penalty. But another look at the D. You know, and Minsu, he had some moves on his way to the bucket there. I thought he was going to lose Savage for a second. But Savage, you know, stayed home defensively, got the block, and then they made good of it on the offensive end with the Maestro giving us some string music from beyond the arc. Novi Sad is just pulling away now. Dusan with the layup, and it's 16-10. $1:36 on the clock. It ain't looking good for Kranj. Good hustle from Sub-Zero, but he still wasn't able to get to it. Another look at that last Novi Sad play. And it was just that slight hesitation that Mr. Bulletproof gave Minsu. And he had a wide open, it was open like the Red Sea. And another wide open layup for Novi Sad. And this has turned into a backyard beatdown. 17-10 with just over a minute to play. You think the two-time defending champs look focused? You better believe they do. Hit me up on Twitter if you get a chance, @the_RealKyleM. I check it a couple times an hour. Give you a shout out, you know, hit you up, hit you back, I should say. So 1 minute remaining in our first quarterfinal. Next foul, defensive foul, means 2 free throws, as Kranj has a whole lot of work to do. Yersin can't score, Iron Man can't get a hand on it. Has some literal iron hands. It clanked off. Dusan Bulut, he looks like he's trying to do some bad things. And off the mark on the shot, so still 17-10 lead. And Sub-Zero commits a foul. It's 2 free throws, I should say, to follow. As Novi Sad is in the penalty. Free throw is good. So a 6-point game. Make that a 5-point game. We saw, and we've seen crazier things happen. And we don't even have to go that far back to remember. Because yesterday in pool play, we saw Hamamatsu come back against Piran. In the last 13 seconds, they were down by 3 points. And capitalized on a 4-point play. That was just dirty. Dusan, do not do him like that. 18-12. Lodnick can't get it. Iron Man, the gimme score, but only 10 seconds on the clock. This is going to be a W for Novi Sad Al Wahda, the 2-time defending World Tour final champs. As Bulut looks to cap it in spectacular fashion, but he misses the 2. That's okay. He'll take the win instead. And Novi Sad Al Wahda, it's an 18-10 victory as they'll be moving on to the semifinals here in Abu Dhabi. What a game. What a game from the 2-time defending champs.